I wanted to come on to share a couple of really important things about money, about wealth, about what's happening in the financial system, and about what's happening with our ascension in consciousness, our becoming more whole. So just like with health and energy and receiving that source energy for, restoring our body, healing our body, it's the same with money. It's about our consciousness. Do we believe we're worthy? Do we believe we deserve it? Do we believe that we should suffer? Our beliefs have a lot to do with what's happening with our health and also with our money. And then the sort of second space is our genetics, our lineage, our heritage. Science has shown that beliefs and experiences and traumas get instilled in the DNA and it's passed down. So even if you've never had like money trauma drama, if your grandparents lived through the Great Depression or hardship and there are experiences instilled in that lineage, it gets passed down into the DNA. It's encoded in your system. And then the third way that these things get instilled in our system are our history, our own experiences, memories we've been through, traumas, our own collection of experiences in this lifetime and beyond. And so those may seem to be like, that's going to dictate how it is. That's just how it is for me. But it's not true. When we shift, when we connect more with divine consciousness or source or the higher self or however you want to call it, it shifts those patterns within us. And this is a really, really important thing. And this is one of the main things we're going to be doing in the upcoming workshop, the Mind Body Awakening, which is taking place the weekend of January 20th, virtually live from your living room. And on the Sunday is where we're going to go into that shift in wealth consciousness. And so I was writing some things today that came through around how we're doing this. And one is, like, most people don't know the feeling of abundance. Like, it's not even coded in your system. So how could it get created in your life? And so beginning to integrate, and we will do this in the workshop, we will integrate that feeling of abundance. What is it to have true wealth, to be taken care of, supported, provided for, and be at ease? And then the second one is freedom. A lot of reasons people want money or want to make more money is so that they can be free. But if you don't know the feeling of freedom or cultivate the feeling of freedom, you can't create it in your life. So either money won't show up, or it shows up, but it's really, really, really hard and you're struggling for it, or it shows up, but like you just don't feel fulfilled by it. So that's all because you haven't cultivated that new alignment, that new code. And so we'll be doing that in the weekend workshop that is coming up as well. And then the other one is peace, ease, and flow. Why do we want more money? Oh, I just want to be at peace. I just want to be in that space of ease. My life would be so much easier if, but it can't get created that way. We can only create and receive what we cultivate, what we embody. So in health, wealth, or love, we've got to instill that embodiment first. So that is one of the other pieces we will be integrating in the workshop that's coming up. And then the last one is unconditional love. If I'm unconditionally loved, and I know that feeling, I can ignite that within me. That is aligned with, it's related to feelings of worth. Am I worthy of having my life be that easy? Am I worthy of receiving that fully and that abundantly? Am I valued? Like my own sense of my value, which usually is in those three pathways, it's coded in there somewhere. It's usually unconscious that I'm not that valuable, that I'm not that worthy, that I'm not unconditionally loved. So I have to work hard for it. And so if you're finding that in your experience of money, it is a reflection of something that's ready to shift within you. And so if you're ready, the link is at drkimd.com/live to register for that live event. And we will be doing the work right there in the workshop. We will be doing this integration. That is why I've said you'll be a different person. You will not be the same person on the Monday after we finish. So, this work will integrate and begin to live in your life over time, but we will be creating the cellular and the DNA changes and the etheric changes in your system. So if you've worked really hard for health, for wealth, for love, like these are all related. It's related to, am I worthy? Can it be that easy? Am I open to receive that? And so it's kind of like the idea is your body allergic to your personality, right? Your personality, your makeup of beliefs, history, your DNA and lineage creates your energetic and chemical alignment. Like, are you shooting off all the inflammatory cells? Your system's just heightened with the fight or flight, and that's where you're living from. In which case, of course, your immune system is affected by that. Of course, your digestive system is affected by that. Every cell in your body, your reproductive system, your hormones, skin and aging, but also the message that you're signaling out, the transmission you're sending to the world that determines how much money you make, what flows into your life, how people treat you, are you loved or rejected, are you in alignment with health and letting source energy flow through, or are you in resistance to it, squeezing it off, and so you never have enough energy, your body can't heal. You got to think of it in terms of that, because your personality, or like the sum total of all those programs, is creating a chemical expression, is creating a physical expression, and is creating an energetic vibrational expression. And when we shift things at that level, that is when your manifestation changes dramatically. So I'm really excited to be sharing this, offering this, connecting with the community on a deeper level for this virtual event. It will take place Friday evening. We'll start at 4:30 Mountain Time. I think I said 4 o'clock the other day in the broadcast, but it's 4:30 Mountain. And so that's 3:30 Pacific. That is 6:30 p.m. Friday for Eastern Time. And then you can adjust accordingly with what that will be for your time. And it'll be an hour and a half for our kickoff Friday. That Friday integration, and you'll have the recording of it if that time doesn't exactly fit, will open your system to begin to receive what we're doing in the work. So sometimes we think like the work is the important thing, like let's do this, but it's actually the receptivity. That's the most important part. That's why if you're doing, exercise, or you're going to go do work and do a meeting or spend time with your kids, if you pause first and get into the intention of what is this segment going to be? I'm going to drive to work. I want this to be peaceful, joyful. I want to have a great time, or I want this exercise session to be empowering and strengthening. And I set the intention for what's happening. That's like, it's already done. Then you do the session and it can actually create that. And so Friday evening of this virtual workshop will be a really, really essential component where we're really opening you to a possibility that maybe you haven't conceived of, maybe has seemed too good to be true, maybe it seemed like blocked, like that's for other people, but no, I can't have that, and really dissolving those barriers and dissolving that alignment so your system is receptive and you do let it in. So I'm really, really excited to invite you, and the link for the live weekend workshop is drkimd.com/live. There's information on the page about, more about what this is, who will be the guest speakers. They're all awesome. They're super excited for this. Kyle Cease, Aaron Abke, and my husband, Mara Terez-Leon, will each be sharing on different aspects of this health, wealth, love, and manifestation. So if you're ready, thank you for the love. If you're ready, I would invite you to register and be a part of this. Yes, Amy Cassidy, the workshop will be so powerful. Magnificent bliss. I'm excited for this retreat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am too. So any other questions or things that come in, you can message us. You can email support@drkimd.com. And if you're ready, go ahead and register at drkimd.com/live. We've done some preparatory work in the past 4 weeks of Mind Body TV, which we have the replays of that on my YouTube channel. They're also in the Mind Body community on Facebook. And there's just some principles I've shared that will open your system. You'll feel it. Pay attention to that subtle shift of new consciousness coming in, because it might not be at the physical level yet where you're like seeing things change and seeing things happen. Maybe you already are, many are. But if you pay attention to where the shift is happening, you expand that. You allow it to be more powerful in your system. So that maybe subtle energy shift of like a little bit of lightness, a little bit of stirring up is actually a really important indicator that you are moving into a higher consciousness. You're changing, you're growing, you're realizing things that maybe you didn't know before, and you're letting that in. And that's what makes all the difference in your cells, in your body, and in your manifestation. So thank you for being here. Lots of love. I look forward to seeing you soon and in the workshop if that is resonating with you. Bye.